Clips, the place to be. When no topic is too controversial, you'll see. Oh yeah, join the man Tim, let's talk for a while. On the Clips Podcast Show, we'll make you smile. Clips, 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 clips. Welcome to the Clips. Feel the fun never ends. We'll dive into topics, make new best friends. Grab a seat, get ready to go. On the Clips Podcast Show, let's enjoy the flow. We know I ain't messing with mine. We'll discuss the latest.
All right, welcome to the world, y'all. We're going to make this good.
Tim, the man, as your host, will keep the energy high. Interviews and stories that will touch the sky.
All right. There we go. All right. Let's get into this. Hey, we'll start from the top down. JT, we'll start with you. You can introduce yourself if you want to give out any information. If so, go ahead. If not, like I say, Facebook, TikTok, just let the people know who you are.
No, we already had this conversation in the barbershop, so I'm going to keep it real discreet. JT Burns, nice to see everybody. JT Burns.
Jazz, you next, baby. Go ahead. What you got?
I'm new. I'm Jasmine. You can call me Jazz. My Instagram name is Big Jazzia, Jazzia.
All right. What about you, Clem? What you got, Smoke?
Hey, my name is Brian, better known as Smoke. So can you handle all this? All right.
Brad, what you got for me?
Hey, what's going on? My name is Brandon. Just a recurrent customer the last 10, 15 years. Instagram name is Leo Life of __.
Whoa, that's got a jazzy, Brandon. What's happening? See what you got for me.
What up? My name is Captain Man. I'm a professional musician and a master barber.
Okay.
You can follow me on all social media at Captain Man.
All right. And of course, you know, this is Clip Podcast. They call me the brain buster. Don't come to me unless you want that vein to get busted in your brain. That's why people don't step to me, because they know what they get. All right. So today's topic is what y'all about to watch right now. It's going to be kind of good here. Like I say, this is mainly actually for the men. This is where I'm going to get most of my answers from. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's see what we got here.
I love marriage in a baby carriage, to paraphrase those famous lyrics. But for millions of black women, many blessed with brains and beauty, finding the right man is proving elusive. But why? Are their standards too high, or are the pickings too slim? Lindsay Davis tried to answer that question.
Birthday! Cheers. Make a wish.
Nicole Marchand is celebrating another birthday. At 31, she's accomplished a lot. She's a prosecuting attorney and running for state court judge.
It'll be a $500 fine.
Nicole isn't the kind of woman you'd find standing by on the sidelines of life. But you would find her here, at the Georgia Dome, cheering on the Atlanta Falcons. You've heard of a man's man. Nicole is the quintessential man's woman. She appears to have it all, and yet she's still single. 42% of black women have never been married. That's double the number of never married white women.
I look forward to the day. I look forward to being married.
It's just not that easy. For starters, there are more black women than black men. 1.8 million more. So even if every black man in America married a black woman today, 1 out of 12 still wouldn't make it down the aisle.
You hear that? Every woman can be married on the earth. There'll still be women left over.
Let's take 100 black men. If you eliminate those without a high school diploma, those without a job, and the number of black men between the ages of 25 and 34 who are incarcerated, that leaves only about half of black men eligible to pop the question. Nicole sees the problem every day.
It is sad to see that the majority of the defendants that we prosecute are black males. Those numbers can be very disappointing.
Admittedly, the selection of men is slim.
Get it through your head. You're the Friday girl that's just for sex. That's what you are.
We broached this serious dilemma with comedian turned relationship guru Steve Harvey, author of the book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
There are still a lot of good men out there who are being overlooked.
Harvey says black women don't have to settle, but may need to compromise.
You a corporate exec? Does he have to be a corporate exec? You make $150,000 a year. He has to make $150,000 or above? That's your requirement? If your requirement sheet is ridiculous, you have to look at it.
What we looked at were the large numbers of professional black women who groomed themselves for success with BAs, MDs, and JDs. 70% of them are still without the more elusive title, MRS.
I would be lying if I said that I don't have fleeting thoughts of, okay, I'm 32, my clock is ticking.
The tick-tock of the biological clock is getting louder for several of Nicole's single friends. Meet Chateau Waters. She's a 32-year-old high school counselor pursuing a doctorate degree in psychology.
We have this thing called the black girl curse. A lot of our white friends are married by 25, like happily married. Kids by 27, and we're like, what is the deal with the BGs? You know, and it's the black girls.
Jaqueen Ashford is a chemist for a pharmaceutical company. Now that she's 34, she's lowered the bar when it comes to height requirements.
I don't have a certain criteria, like if you're not 6'5", and I used to, but then as I got older, I said, okay, well maybe if you're 6'3", 6'2", 6'4", okay, maybe we could see eye to eye. I kind of have certain standards that I hold myself to, and I don't feel like I should have to settle on those for the sake of having somebody. I'm willing to wait.
Like many black men, she's also open to dating outside her race. In fact, in the past decade, the number of black women entering interracial marriage has more than doubled.
In fact, last night, I was at a restaurant, had a great conversation with this Caucasian gentleman. I mean, we were vibing, we were clicking. I'm thinking, he's gonna ask for my number. White men never ask for my number. And he was like, all right, well, great conversation, you know, maybe I'll see you around. And I was thinking, what happened?
Ask for his.
No.
Bossy black girl.
We're maybe not as coveted as black men in society.
Melinda Watson is a 28-year-old payroll specialist. She hasn't had an exclusive relationship since college.
I just feel that there's a lot of taboo associated with dating black women because I don't think that they're necessarily going to want to take us home to see mama.
The consensus in this group was that their preference is to marry a black man. It's not that they can't find one to date. The issue in many cases is exclusivity.
You meet these great guys, you have good relationship, good rapport, and then it's almost like, I'm going to keep you around, and hopefully when I'm ready to settle down, you'll be there.
That's the back pocket girl.
The back pocket girl.
And every now and then they'll check in with you to make sure you're still single.
You're not married yet, are you still single? You still waiting on me? No, not really.
Chateau hasn't been in a committed relationship in more than a decade.
If you have 4 quality women that you're dating and, you know, they're in rotation, I mean, who's going to rush into a marriage?
We decided to ask Mr. Harvey for advice. He listened as we asked our single ladies about their requirements.
I had a list of about 50 things that I would keep in my Bible. It's now down to about 10.
Honesty,
supportive, financially stable.
Now, granted, I'm 31, so he needs to be at a certain stage. What do you consider a deal breaker?
If there's not that initial chemistry, it's never going to work. I don't care if you have every quality on my list.
I'm not going to talk to you if I'm not attracted to you.
Right.
Are they asking too much?
So maybe it's just that we want it all.
Single ladies, throw your hands up. How y'all doing?
His initial reaction?
All y'all fine. Hell, who don't want to go out with y'all? Men my age have made a mistake in that we didn't teach the generation behind us the principles of manhood. There are so many African-American men missing, absent in the family.
His advice? Go for the older man.
You have a biological clock. We don't.
While these women look forward to settling down, they're not willing to settle.
The one thing that I can't control is a man choosing to marry me, and so I choose not to worry about it.
Being that I've waited so long, I can't settle now. It's not an option for me.
I would love to be in a relationship, a marriage, but I don't feel that defines me. So if I don't find the perfect person for me, then I'll just remain single.
I'm Lindsay Davis for Nightline in Atlanta, Georgia.
What? Alrighty then.
I felt like I needed a notepad. I need to take some notes. I got some points. I'm like, wait a minute.
What y'all think? Smoke, come back in the camera, baby.
Oh.
You laying over off to the side. All right, y'all. Let me hold on. I got somebody else coming in. Somebody else wants some of this. Hold on. Who we got? I keep letting her in. She ain't coming in. Why her stuff ain't coming in there? I don't know why it's doing that. She'll be coming in. Oh well. I keep hitting her. Something got to be on her end of her computer. Let me see. All right. Well, my first question to y'all is, huh?
It's got to be Wi-Fi because
I
switched when I switched to my data, it let me in.
Oh, you swear? Okay, that's what she probably doing on her computer. But okay. So my first question to the men is, are these women on this video asking for too much, or will they find love or with this formula that they coming up with? This formula in which they have. So let me see. She should be. Come on, Queen. Come on in.
Hey, Tunk, look, can I say one thing really quickly? Because one of the most important statistics that they didn't mention is that 75% of African American children are born out of wedlock.
75%?
75%. So how many of these queens, these catches, these single women with all these degrees, how many of them had children previously and are expecting a man to come to the situation? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I'm just saying that's a factor as well. Some men are looking for pre-made families. Some men aren't ready to take on that responsibility.
Okay.
And there might have been choices in younger years that have produced children, and that may be a roadblock to marriage. But there are a ton of educated, sophisticated brothers out here who do know that they're a commodity. But again, if you look at the birth rate versus the marriage rates, there's still some things going on that are preventing the wholesale unification of black men and black women. And I think that that's a discrepancy that they're not addressing. It's not just because, I have 3 degrees and a good job. Why don't I have a husband? It's a little bit deeper than that. And I don't think the full spectrum is covered. So I'll just start there.
So with the way they're thinking is the formula in which they're using. Is it going to work for them, or are they going to be alone? What would you say to that, Jay?
I would say it's not their choice.
It's not their choice.
A wife doesn't find it a man.
Right. We know that biblically, but I'm just saying with the formula in which they're using, is it going to work for them? Yes or no?
No.
What you say, Smoke? What you say?
Well, my thing is this. The women control the sex, the men control the relationship. That's why they're not married now.
Because they controlling the sex, is what you're saying.
They control the sex. You know, they can sleep with whoever they want to. They control that. But we control the relationship. They have no control over who they're going to marry because we're the ones that have to ask. So we control relationship. They have more access and control over the sexual component.
Now you have here come Alicia. Let's see if she make it in. Oh, here come Alicia, y'all. Now
it's Alicia.
Excuse me.
I knew it was Alicia.
I feel like Steve Harvey made a good point where he said, you don't have to settle, but you have to compromise. Mm-hmm. And also, I know we've had this conversation before about, when you have a certain standard, are you in the place to find those particular standards? Where are you going to go where everybody you meet is over 6'5", over 6'4"? Where are you going to go where everybody you meet is, some type of quality of $100,000 income? Are you setting yourself up in those setting bars? Are those setting, after events? Like, are you putting yourself in that place to find those people and those people just aren't for you personally? Or are you looking for these things and you have this mindset of what you want, but yet you're hoping that it's just going to find you? Like the one lady said, I get it, when you think about courtship, the man should ask the woman, but it's 2024. If you're feeling like it, then feeling froggy, then leave. Hey, I'm feeling you.
Who are you talking about, the woman or the man?
To the lady.
The ladies shouldn't approach. I mean, you shouldn't.
I mean,
the men should. Yeah, they should go out there.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's nice. It's the courtship, but it's like, what if I wasn't looking for you? I wasn't in that mindset, but you saw me first. So why couldn't you say, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, she could initiate. Yeah, she could initiate something, but
you could initiate. There's nothing wrong with just saying hello, and then when I look at you and be like, "Oh, a double take," and be like, "Oh, she's beautiful," then they can jump in and be like, "Well, I wasn't even looking your way, but since you got my attention."
So my question is this formula gonna work? The way okay, it's not gonna work. What you got,
went
see?
From 50 to 10. What were those other 40?
That list got what you got, see the What you got, Captain Maine?
I feel like they standards too high.
Standards
too high, they gonna die lonely. And the girls with lower standards, them the ones that get picked.
Don't let
But it's okay to have high standards, but you have to put yourself in that position to have those, to be around those high standards.
I had women approach me at the bar and shoot their shot first. That make you attractive too, especially if you're already attractive and you shoot your shot. Because sometimes I don't be looking at you, because most of the time I wear glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I told you? What if I told you?
Get you a better percentage.
Okay, but what if I told you, women say it's not your physicality that attracts them, it's your intellectual. Mm-hmm. It's what they're listening.
Got to pull you to get to that.
I mean, physical. Well, hold on. Physical is always going to be first, but they got to hear what's coming out your mouth to make you really attractive, and to fill you in a nice hat there. We just watched a video talking about relationships and very prominent. What's that? Professional women not still being married, even with good jobs and things of that. So I asked the men with the formula, which they said they not settling for a guy who's not 6'5" and not making this and that. Is that formula going to work for them in finding a husband?
I mean, no. When you set a list for things outside of your manifestation and whatever you're writing down, then you're setting yourself up for failure. So,
they're not going to settle for a man. They said they're not settling for certain things.
And they'll
using the word settle is already you in trouble.
But see, again, as far as like you saying it's 2024 and see, you're like, a woman can say something to you. I'm an eye contact person. Like I look at eyes. Like before COVID, I could tell who a person is. I can tell, like, you better never get on Crime Stoppers because I know your hands, your eyes.
Oh my God, this sounds like some stalking stuff here.
No, seriously, because of who I am. So what I pay attention to. So it's not even about me necessarily approaching you as a man. It's if we connect eyes, what are your eyes saying? I'm reading into your eyes and seeing what your eyes are saying. And then it may be now I have my guard down to be receptive to you when you come to me because you caught my eye and I've caught yours. So I'm still going to give you the platform for you to come to me. But I've already let you know that my guards were down by the way that I look at you. So it's still not me saying, oh, I'm going to blow down on them or whatever. I've shot my shot before like, hey, and
Is that lady like
Rick?
Is that lady like
what we should do?
No,
that's not what we should do. The man should, I feel like a man should still come to me. So I learned to change my mannerisms, how I sit to let him know, change my posture and be different when it comes to body language. But more into speaking into yourself and learning about you and how you sit and how you position yourself to let them know that you're receptive.
The way you sitting there like at a little lounge or a bar, that's a way to give a man.
Yeah, if you like this. Okay, listen. This is me. I don't feel like it. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
playing with your hair out. Playing with your hair is an indication. Come over here.
You see me, and I hit the. Okay.
Okay, hold that right there. Okay, hold that, Jazz. What you got for me?
You turn a little to the side, Jazz, don't we? Just a little bit.
Hold on, listen. Hold on.
So, yes. I would say there's a different.
Turn your mic up to Mo, Jazz.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say she is correct when it comes to that. When you do see somebody that you're interested in, me, I don't approach men. I never.
You too good?
Huh?
What you too good?
You patty?
No, it's not that I'm not too good. It's the fact that
it's a way to have them approach you by like Alicia said, it's just by your posture.
Exactly, because
if you're recepting of the look, if I give you that look of like, okay, I see you over there, I see you seeing me. Now it's that, okay, let me go and approach her. Versus, you know, so I can see where both of your points come in play of I'm not going to approach versus I may approach, but it's all about body posture. Because if I see somebody sitting across the way looking smug, I'm gonna be like, oh no. You know, let me go ahead and get my drinks to go.
But can we really discuss what the long-term play is after meeting somebody in a bar or a lounge?
The conversation.
What do you mean?
You may give out the number. You may go out on a couple of dates, but the whole topic of the podcast was, what are these women doing to find a husband? Or is their formula helping them into creating that forever type of situation? What you're getting is a right now situation at the bar. Who knows? I'm not saying it may not turn into something. Could be long term, could be short term. But I think the majority of us, especially over 30, knows what happens after a few drinks at the bar. And let's just keep it a buck. Whether
that's what I was saying too.
I don't know, JT,
or not. I'm just saying. I didn't find.
I missed.
I was saying about being in the right place too. Like, you know, if you're in the right place, like if you're at a business meeting or an after work function or, you know, some kind of workshop, you know, a place that isn't a bar, there's ways to, you know, without having it to be that particular, like you say, like at the bar, JT, you know, we all know what happens after a couple of drinks. Yeah. But like I said, it's all about placement too. Where are you looking for are they in the right place to find these people?
But see, so let me interject. I did miss the video and I'll go back and look at it. Even still, like I always say, like I don't partake in going out often because I be like, my husband, he ain't there. Like even if he owned it, he hired the right manager, so he's not there, you know. But at the same time, there are situations to where you meet someone and you will stir up a conversation unbelievably good, and then you will move forward. It's all about the dialogue that you have in getting to know someone, you know. So for me, it's not always jumping off the top like, what do you bring to the table? What do you have? What do you own? What do you do? But just being your true self. People are so ingenuine. Like just finding somebody that can really be themselves. Like I'm a pretty good judge of character, you know, how somebody's talk. Are you comfortable with me? Can you actually just talk to me and we vibe out and we look up and be like, oh my God, I haven't talked to somebody on the phone this long. I'm feeling like I'm in high school again. That's necessary for me because the more we communicate, the more we learn. And sometimes you give the person free reign to speak. Like I've learned that the less I say, the more I learn. So sometimes you just have to allow a man to even in the beginning lead the narrative of the courtship, like what he's willing to talk about, and just listen to him a little bit and let him have the floor and what he wants to say and how he wants to speak. And you'll actually learn a lot more versus saying, so what you like? So you don't do that? So, you don't go there? So where you go? Like, you know, everything is such a judgmental stance to where that's how I feel. So a lot of women, and so now a lot of men come into a first date with their guards up. As soon as your guard's up, I don't want it because you're not going to ever be your true self because I see that you so tough with it. You so guarded that I don't even get a chance to really get to know you because you're so jaded. You know, so it's a difficult thing, but you have to continue to have conversations. I say it over and over. Communication is the key to everything. So based on the person, place, or thing, you got to talk it out.
I heard you say you were married, right?
I did not say that, child.
Oh, you didn't say that? I thought you said
it sounded like you said you was married.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, it must have glitched.
I thought you said my husband ain't there, my manager is there.
Right.
No. I said, it did glitch. I said, I always say, like my friends always be like, come on, I have a kid-free weekend, and they get mad when they find out because here it goes Sunday, and I be like, oh, he wasn't here, and they like, what? Where you ain't? I like my peace. I don't want to go to the bar. I don't want to do that. And they always say, why? And I be like, because my husband is not there. And I always say that to them. If my husband, he hires, and if my husband does own the bar, he's going to hire the correct manager to run the bar so that he doesn't have to be there. So I don't want to go.
I get what you're saying. You're saying that in a perfect world, when you are to find your husband, when you are to find your man, he's not going to be in a bar. And I totally, fully agree with that. I no longer go out to bars. I no longer go out to parties unless it's probably a family function,
a birthday or some celebration.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
My father, I'm 34, so I'm not that young, but I'm still like in that cusp. I was married before. I am divorced, but I never. If I am going out by myself and I want to be sociable and I want to possibly meet a man, I go to a nice restaurant for early dinner, or for a early dinner or later, and I sit at the bar. I know that I am not going to find a husband inside an actual bar. I'll go to a nice restaurant, a restaurant I have not been before, or I'll go and look at reviews. Like if I'm trying to meet people or be more sociable or find new people that I have not been around. But no, I'm not. I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm not going to a club. I'm not going to a bar to get drunk and meet a man. It's just not going to happen for me. It's not going to happen.
I just don't. I don't fancy it just because of the, like, how do you, I mean, you can exchange numbers, and a lot of times I feel like it is just the physical. You don't even get to engage an individual because you're trying to speak over the music. And me personally, I mean, I'm hood on the low, so I'm not gonna stop the swivel. I'm looking, like, I can't not look, like I'm looking over your shoulder because we in Cleveland. So I need to look over there. So how engaged am I really? And then, I just met you. So I might be the third girl you talk to. You just never know. So you always have to be on guard. So it's just very difficult. So again, it goes into that conversation that needs to be had. If I give you my number, how are we communicating afterwards? How do you carry yourself? What do you talk about? What do you lead with the first thing you saying? Like, damn, girl, you look good. You got a nice little booty.
Turn on.
I mean, I know that I'm a woman. You gonna look at my booty. You gonna look at my body, but is that what you lead with? And then even with that, we give chances. Me personally, I'll hear you out because I understand, like, hey, I might be pretty to you. I might got some nice knockers, whatever it is. So I'll hear you out. But if it's a continuous thing, then I'll see where you fit. But whatever those ladies said, as far as it has to be this, I just was telling my friend about compromising. Like, compromising means that somebody's got to take a little low.
But not low all the time. When you low, I'm high. When I'm high, you low.
And it's okay because it's called balance.
Okay. They don't realize that they think compromising means I'm just sacrificing.
And that's the thing. Everybody was in the playground on a seesaw. I don't know nobody that never got on a seesaw. And if you don't understand the dynamic of a seesaw, you need to go back to the playground, and then you'll understand what compromising and balance is. Somebody has to. Somebody got to give. You got to work them little thighs a little bit younger, to get you up. And then somebody got to give and lift that weight up. But it's a balance in what needs to be done in order for the compromising to happen. But people are so stuck in, I'm standing on business. Well, loosen up. Untie your shoes or something. Take a little weight off that. And so you can understand what's necessary for things to work. Oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, it clicked off. I'm still here. But yeah.
You went on mute, Alicia.
She's still out.
You're on mute. Click the mute button. There you go.
There you go. Did y'all hear some of that?
No, we can hear you now though.
Oh my God, I was just yapping. I don't know what it is.
I heard it all. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't hear it on.
Oh, she went out.
So, Miss Jazz, you're currently single. Are you looking to get remarried? Is your criteria like the young ladies in the video? How do you differ being in that same age bracket? I would imagine, based on your conversation with Tim, you have a very nice job, you're educated. So do you think the same way that the young ladies in the video think?
They got a ghost on it.
There it is. There you are. You back. But
it literally closed me out, y'all. Like a ghost was on my computer, like a Ouija board.
Uh-oh.
Tim is gone too. Tim dropped off too. Yeah.
It's glitch.
You're coming through fine though.
Okay, perfect.
You're coming through fine. JT, to answer your question, I would say no. I don't have necessarily a list, but I do have certain things that I'm willing to deal with and not to deal with. Not anything of when it comes to height or anything like that. What I tend to find out, out here in this world, we can see that the video is very outdated, right? But a lot of things they were talking about were, certain things that are current. I can't deal with a man with bad hygiene.
Ew. Hell
That's
no.
number one. I'm finding that a lot of men my age, they have very horrible hygiene.
Say word.
Very, very horrible. They may look good on paper. They may have a great job or whatever. They're doing well for themselves. They're not asking me for anything. I'm not asking them for much either. But the hygiene thing becomes a problem. That's number one. Number two, they don't know how to communicate what they're feeling. Right. So instead of having a conversation with me about what they're going through or what they're feeling or what they don't like that I have done, they tend to yell or whatever else they're going through out in the world. They're taking that on me when I don't know the issue. That's that.
Okay, well, you got to take into account the fact that we men, we not women.
Correct.
We know that.
We don't lead with our emotions.
Well, no, we're not saying
that's not what I said. Smoke, I'm sorry.
We don't do that.
That's not what I said. What I'm saying is that a lot of men, and I'm gonna say this, not necessarily just men my age, because I've dated the oldest man I've dated maybe about he's 54. The youngest I've dated it's only been one that I've dated young. He's 29. But I found it that I'm not saying usually men are logical. They're logical thinkers, right? Mm-hmm. They are not as emotional. They don't react as emotionally. But what I'm finding is that it's hard for them to communicate or articulate what they are feeling. So, for example, if I say something to you that makes you upset or rubs you the wrong way, instead of you communicating to me and saying, hey, Jasmine, I don't like that. I don't agree with what you said. Just like how you just said to me what you just said now, Smoke. A lot of men, you may be able to articulate that. The circle of men you surround yourselves with can articulate that, but a lot of them can't. Is what I'm trying to say.
Can I just say one thing in response to that, Jazz? First of all, aggression is a learned behavior. So we probably either had that uncle or big cousin or dad that showed us this is how.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, welcome back, Daredevil.
Number one.
Man, this thing
is good.
What's up, Q?
Hey, number two, I would say the hygiene thing blows my mind, but that aggression thing. And a lot of times when a man does not communicate with you, it's because of one simple reason. When you get to that place where communication completely breaks down and it becomes an argument, the first thing that your woman does, because she's the closest person to you, is go way back in that bag and pull out that most vulnerable, sensitive, emotional thing you ever told her and throws it right in your face.
Hey, man, y'all had me cracking up. I could hear y'all conversation. I couldn't respond, but that was hilarious.
Look, JT,
I'm just saying.
No,
I get it. All
right, hold on.
I get it exactly what you're saying. And I'm saying,
hey, Jazz, come down a little bit. Your camera then went down. Yeah, it's down low. There you go. Hey, hold on. Okay. Before y'all continue that conversation, we got to fill Q Williams in on what y'all talking about. Somebody fill her in.
JT asked me about, oh my gosh, it went through that fast. He asked me about my criteria of me dating and what I'm experiencing out in the world. So when you came in, I was talking about what kind of man I'm encountering.
I could hear everything you were saying. I just couldn't respond. But check this out. With that being said, check this out. Knowing what you know and what y'all up against from the video we seen, Q, you came in late, so that's what we discussed in this video. Right. And it's basically talking about professional women having like $150,000 year jobs to $250,000 a year, still can't get married. It's basically saying 42% of black women never been married. 42%. So my question is for you women is, knowing what you up against, knowing that 42% of black women have never been married, what do you think the problem is why so many black women are not married? This for the women. Why is it so low of a number? And all other races are like, I want to say, I think it's like 75% married. Yeah, 75 to 76%, 77%. Why is our people so low in the marriage area? I want to hear from the women. Give me what you got. Hold on, guys. Let me hear from you, Q.
because some people see probably family members or their grandmothers or aunties go through with so many different men, so they might have cheated or they might see some other things happening in their relationship, so they don't want to deal with it. So at this time, a lot of women I talk to, they say they just rather be by themselves.
But that's not a reason for you not to get married, looking at somebody else's marriage.
Oh no, I've been married for 25 years.
No, I ain't talking about you in general. I'm saying as a whole, why is it you never look at somebody else's situation and then say, hey, this is why I ain't, because of what they doing over there. No, I'm asking the question, why aren't our black women married? Based on all these professions and everybody got these high jobs and I'm a boss bee and I drive a range and I got this. Why isn't nobody snatching y'all up?
Well, I feel like there is a different pedestal. So we instead of a woman being placed on a pedestal, we placed ourselves on a pedestal.
Oh, so you sabotaged yourselves. That's what you tell the women sabotage themselves.
You gonna let me? So I feel like, and I'm just saying, like, if overall, I'm talking about speaking to different women. It took me a minute to get where I am, and I'm still single. However, it doesn't mean that I'm not a catch. It's just I haven't crossed the right paths with the right communicator. So I feel like the pedestal is different because we had to fight so hard to have a status. You know, you had
who had to fight so hard?
Just you. Women. You said coming from a woman.
No, I'm saying, okay, hold on, because I'm gonna cut you off in some of that while you're doing it. Well, hold on. You said y'all had to fight. What are y'all fighting for?
I'm trying to get there. I was like, okay, so women, like, we couldn't work, we couldn't do certain things, and now we are getting degrees, and now we wear that as a cape. A lot of women, and I'm speaking of we, not saying me, because it's not me at all. So we wear that as a cape with pride. Now with pride, anything that's prideful is going to be damnation to itself. So now you prideful and you wearing that cape, and now we've set that pedestal up there ourselves, and the man didn't put us up there, so it's like they can't take us down. Because
so that's self-sabotage.
Yeah, I'm getting there. You said
okay. Hold that thought right there. Hold that. Give me what you got, Jazz. Give me what you got.
I really feel like you put me on here to take shots with me today. I'm gonna just tell you that.
Well, she back.
But I gotta see him. I'm gonna see him on Saturday. I'm gonna pull up on him. But I'm gonna say this. I can't really. I'm 50-50 on this because majority of all the women in my family are married and have been married multiple times. So multiple I can't say. Yeah, my mother is on her fourth marriage. She married the same person twice.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
she a beast.
But what I'm saying is, like, literally, he you don't know my mama, Alicia. You don't know my mama. Yeah. But but what I'm saying is, it's like, I'm gonna say this. It took, when I got my first degree, I was married. I tried to establish myself while I was married. While I was married, I failed a lot. And I didn't have a sense of security within my spouse, right? When I was not doing so well, when I was very submissive, when I was very eager to be a mother, eager to be a wife, when I was doing all these things while being a wife, I was getting less, right? Mm-hmm. So once I divorced, and I struggled a lot when I was a wife. So
who filed for it? Who filed for the divorce?
I did. We had a conversation.
80% of women file for divorce.
Hold on, Tim. No, we had a conversation, and we was not going to continue having a conversation. I said, "Do you want to work it out, or do you think it's worth it?" He said, "No. A man is not going to tell me multiple times that it's not worth it, right?" So I got up. I called off work. I went to file for divorce and paid for the divorce. Mm-hmm. I let him know. We got divorced. 30 days later, I moved down the street to my daddy's house, me and my kids. And we live, and like now, I bought a house literally up the street from my dad, down the street from my ex-husband. We're literally 4 minutes en route from each other. We have the best relationship. When I
say your dad, your dad,
and my ex-husband.
Oh, do you? So y'all can get along.
Best relationship we have.
So wait a minute. Well, let me ask this question then. Hold on, Jay. Y'all better off divorced than y'all when y'all was married.
And it was more so because my ex-husband he's the youngest, and he's the youngest of 4 women.
Was it the respect once you put your foot down and he saw that you weren't going to take the mess? It was either his moment to step up and say, "All right," or was it that, basically that kind of a situation, like, "All right, well, I'm stepping up, and either you're going to step up with me, or I'm going to." Now that y'all aren't together, it's like now we understand. Like, I respect you in a different sense that I should have then, but now
we have had that conversation multiple times.
Okay.
Yes, that is something that's a frequent conversation. When me and him do talk, we have a great. Okay,
check this out. Watch this. But won't y'all get back remarried?
Oh no, that's not gonna happen, baby.
Why not?
Ain't no man gonna make me struggle, baby. Take care of my children. Hold on. Tim, let me tell you though. This is the thing. Me being totally submissive to you, I need to be able to trust everything that you're telling me. I need to be able to trust you fully with 100% of the relationship and what you're requiring. In that relationship, yes, I would love to marry again. I almost got remarried twice already. That did not happen. So yeah, twice. I almost got remarried twice already.
So you say you've been proposed to twice?
Well, David asked, my ex-husband asked me, so that's one. And we thought about it, and it just didn't go well. And then I got proposed to. Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's not like marriage is not something that I can't grasp or I'm not ready for. It's just the fact of the person that's trying to marry you. Are they ready?
That's true. Are
they ready? A lot of these men have a lot of these. And JT, are you married?
Yes, I am. Simply married.
Tim, you're married, right? Brandon, are you married?
I'm not married. I'm single.
Smoke, are you married?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Smoke, be honest. Tell him what you told me last video. Tell him what you told me.
That ain't what you said on record.
That ain't what you said on the
podcast. And Mr. Captain, are you married?
Oh yeah, you really need to ask him.
No.
Okay. So I'm about to play devil's advocate.
Oh, dog, here we go.
No, you on here talking that smoke. You talking that smack.
Oh shoot!
And ain't nothing. Not three of y'all ain't married. Where your woman at? Why you
She done took over the podcast. She done took over.
What was the criteria they gave y'all? I'm gonna say this. I don't care about a man's looks. He has to be attractive.
Oh, you stop that. You know y'all do.
He has to be attractive.
I like a
No, you do. So you need to quit.
Look at JT. JT got something to say. Look,
JT. No, I'm going to be very succinct with this. I got divorced. I was married to my first wife for 12 years. 2 beautiful boys who are now 23, about to be 26. My kids are grown. I don't got no toddlers. I don't got no middle school. I don't do none of that. The last time my ex-wife was when the youngest graduated.
You don't want to change no diapers no more, JT?
12 years ago. We don't speak. We don't need to talk. Her kids are old enough to talk to her and have that relationship. Cool. When I met my current wife, it was at a little fraternity function, and she happened to be on a bridal party. She went to a bridal shower or something. I was hanging out with the bros, and one thing led to another. But the one thing that caught my eye more than anything else about any other woman that I came in contact with in that environment, because we had the Kappa compound in Warrensville, is that she didn't interview. Like the first thing, you a Kappa? Where'd you go to school? What'd you major in? What do you do now? Don't interview. She's just like, what's up? You drinking? Well, at the time I was. So yeah, what's up? What you want to do?
Shimmy, JT?
Man, I am 48 years old. Do I look like I shimmy? I played in 1990.
Right?
Hey man, you old, man. You kind of old.
Yeah, my sons do all that wiggling, and I don't do none of that.
You still got it.
He said,
I don't do that. He's bad. I got arthritis.
Hey, he dance better than you, Captain, man.
Yeah, right. See that, right?
He flashed
though, right?
He had to right?
See all that, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see all that, right? All that wood work.
Hey, now check this out. I got a question. I got one more. But let me ask this then. You know, I got a question. One of the common denominators that I'm seeing in this, don't kill the messenger.
Why you got them glasses on, Mace?
Because you ain't got them on. That's why. I got them on because you ain't got them on. Don't be eating just because you're on the internet. Check this out. You got to get you some of these. Check this out. one of the common denominators that I done seen in all this is that black women, this stuff, everything is pointing back to you guys. It's basically what I'm saying. Don't be Ann me.
I'm
saying it's scapegoat. That's all it is.
What's the? I'm saying it's like a common denominator. Why everything is like you ever play the game domino? You know what I'm saying? And they fall down. It's like everything is based on y'all decisions. And this is just my opinion. I'm saying I think that women make the worst decisions on choosing a man for themselves. What y'all think about that?
Well, a woman not
bad decisions.
Accept it, even if the man come at you.
I've made some bad decisions, but see, that's the facade because for some reason men like to lie to me.
Yeah.
And Tim, don't we not?
Okay.
I done gave you my whole heart. Like I'd be like, I don't understand why they lie to me. I'm like regular degular. Like I'm like this all the time.
Okay,
like,
hold on. How do they lie to you?
Because they'll come to me and they begin to promise and they become this person that they assume I am looking for. And it's so weird because I'm like, I'm a dude for real. Like I'm laid back. I want to chill. I don't want to go nowhere. I want to sit in the house. I like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm fine with it, but they look at me because of the way I dress or how I look or how I articulate things. And they figure that they have to be a certain way in order to keep my attention.
Oh, so you think it's your body language?
I'm sorry?
You think it's maybe your body language or what you give off?
Yeah, because
they want to lie to you.
I put my back like when I'm just playing. But no, I mean, a lot of it has I believe it's like the strength in how you talk, like the dynamic that how you speak and how you articulate. So like when I'm courting someone or I'm having a conversation, it's not going to be the same when I'm like, Tim, this nigga did this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a different conversation. It's not a facade, but it's the real me because I want him to know a different side. You're my friend. So I'm being friendly with you. Now this side, I'm going to be the polished woman who I am because I want you to see that. They come in like the polished up, about to rinse off Beijing. You feel me? That's gonna come off.
Boy, I tell you something else, boy. I tell you. Hey, Q, give me something, Q. Q, give me something, Q. What you got? Is it a common denominator that this thing just keep pointing back to you guys? It's like a common denominator.
I still ain't in the shower. Hold on, y'all.
Why? Because I mean, we choose what we choose what you give us.
No. Ain't what we give you.
Yes, we choose what you're giving us. You telling us all, like you said, you giving us all these false hopes. You giving us this, you giving us that. You want us to do this. You telling us exactly how you want your woman to be. So majority of us, that's what we are anyway. So now we're trying to fit into what you need. We trying to go for what all you need. And while we going for what you need, what our kids need, we forgetting about ourselves. So then that, boom. So now this relationship don't work out. Now we going to next relationship. Now we trying to get this man what we didn't get this other man. We trying to be better in this relationship. Boom, but bam, he been lying too. Now what we gonna do?
Okay. So you saying, I mean, you can't tell a liar when he lying? Y'all can't tell a liar when he lying?
Y'all lie good.
Tim, they be lying good. Real
no,
good.
You know what the reality of it is?
Women lie good too. Women actually lie better than men.
The reality of it is the truth is 10 times better than the lie.
Yes.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. Just tell me that you want me and 4 other women at the same time. Just be truthful.
No, but see, that's what
I'm gonna say.
Let me know what you want. Let me know this is what you want. This ain't me.
But see, that's the issue. If I lied to you and tell you, like, yeah, baby, you're the only one I'm seeing. You're the only one I care about. You'd be like, great. Then you happen to come up where I'm at because I'm an easy dude to find. Like, I only go 1 or 2 places. You know what I'm saying? So you pull up, you see my car in the driveway. I got personalized place. You come in like, who's that? My cousin. You a liar, blah, 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 blah. And then here goes that. So if I tell you, look, and this is before I got married. I've been married almost 4 years. Well, look, I am dating multiple people, and I am very happy in this space. You're cool. I like to hang out with you. I'm going to take you to this event, but I'm taking her to this event. Please don't show up.
So you think they really going to go for that, Jay-Z?
Yes, they will.
I think so.
No. There is proof. A lot of women will go for that.
Yeah.
Now,
And they did.
I might not be her, but it's somebody out there for you.
But that's
Jazz, mute yourself. Mute yourself. Just mute yourself, please.
But that's the thing too, because I always say, like, you know, when you're dating, doesn't mean you're dating unless you talk about being exclusive. So when I'm dating, I could be dating 4 or 5 people. If we got something going on, and let's just say you want something more, that's a conversation we should have. Hey, I know that we're not exclusive. We're dating other people on different days or whenever the case may be.
So should that be known from the beginning, Brandon?
But wait. So now, because you might want to take something further, it's the conversation that we're going to have. So I can either tell you, instead of me lying and says, oh, yeah, baby, I'll marry you. I'll be your only man. Knowing I'm more than a one-woman man, they should have a conversation and say, hey, listen, I like what we got going on. I like what I do, and I like the time that we spend together. But I think this is where I want to keep it for right now. First, and then that's your choice to say, you know what? Because I want to go further, I think it's time that maybe we should end the conversation. We should end this situation because I know that right now it's not about going forward.
In a perfect world, Brandon, that sounds good, Brandon. In a perfect world.
That's how. I mean, it's an adult world.
Now. There's a lot of it going on now because you have Dad. I love it, Jazz. You have a lot, like you even know, like a lot of the stories that I told you, it was because men were honest, and you like, well, what you gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
And 9 times out of 10, you'll be like, okay, and I'll ask you, what's a good question to ask them to get certain answers. So I respect that, but I respected them more versus the ones where I'm like, he lied and he said this, and I chalked him. You like, already? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you be moving fast, man.
I don't move fast. I move with intention.
So wait a minute, let me ask y'all this. So should the stuff that Brandon talked about, should that be discussed at the beginning of the dating? Because you know there's a difference between dating and courting. Courting means you.
Yes, no, because now I'm being interviewed, or through the conversation, depending on what's not what you say is how you say it, it can be brought up. But it can
from the very beginning.
Because if we're on our first date, I don't want to say, well, in 5 years you see yourself with me. I don't know. We're just not having conversations.
I'm like you tomorrow.
But through the conversations, then you can build it up and say, you know what? I think through our conversation, we got good knowledge. We're having a good conversation. I think I can see myself somewhere, and that might be a conversation for the
next past the mashed potatoes. I can see myself with you.
It might be the conversation for a second date, but on the flip side, it's a good conversation to have because if I want to get married within the next 5 years, and you says I ain't never want to get married, then I don't think we should continue to date. It all goes back to being honest.
That all, Brandon, it all sounds good, but I'm gonna help you out.
Brandon, let me give you a little truth because I agree with everything that's just saying. I have been dating my current wife for about a month and a half. So she decided she was just gonna start spending the night. I'm like, well,
you decided.
That's cool. Like, I'm not gonna trip. I enjoy the company.
She left a toothbrush.
And then so like one day, like she knew I went out or whatever. So she got up, she got showered, she put on her makeup, I was like, hey, where you about to go? I thought she was like I'm about to go up to the TV room and chill. She's like, I'm about to go out on a date. I said, excuse me? You going where? She's like,
oh, not from my house. I mean, after
but still, I'm like, oh, my whole heart was broke.
Dad.
I was like, I don't like this. And that's what kind of started me on my path to exclusivity because she broke my little heart. I thought I had it going on. Like, I gotta do whatever I want to do, and she's gonna be right here. She's like, oh no, you going out?
Right.
I'm going out.
I like her.
I had to kind of fix some things
but
up.
But the reality of it, though, JT, though, it was the reality, and this is what Jazz, I feel like personally, Jazz was saying when it came down to being able to communicate your feelings. Smoke, she's not saying lead with your emotions. You're a logical human being because you're a man. So what you said,
don't make you logical.
Tim, that's why you got kicked.
Brain buster.
Keep going, Alicia.
But because you felt a way, which are emotions, you said, I am going to communicate. I am going to speak up and let her know in however format I don't care what you did, Chinese, Japanese, French, however you did it. You found a way to articulate that you didn't like that and you wanted to put exclusiveness on the relationship because of that. That's what we're saying, Smoke, when it says, when we mean speak and communicate your emotions. I ain't like the way that made me feel. You ain't got
Smoke don't have no emotions, man.
You ain't got to be a chump. We ain't telling you to be a gump, but we're saying, like, baby, I don't want you with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is that what you really want to hear? Is that what y'all want to hear?
I don't care how you put it. Tell me in however you talk. If you a hood nigga And this you be like, hey, shawty, I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't even get down with it, shawty. Like, I don't even want you fucking like that. And that's how I'm gonna take it. If you're articulate and say, hey, my queen, I would love that you not see other God. However, you gotta say it to me. Say it to me in whatever language you speak. I don't talk about all them love languages. Don't buy me gifts. Don't do nothing. Talk to me.
Talk to you.
Buy me a gift later, girl. But yeah.
All right. Well, check this out. There, I got something else that comes to my attention after watching this video. One thing I learned about this video with those particular women, those women in such a professional field, they talk about standards and lowering and upping. And look here, girl. One thing I know is two things that I know that's an enemy to you women. Two things. Are you women ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm listening. Real clear.
Women have two major enemies.
I got a big hole.
One in life. The number one is y'all time is short. Y'all on a time limit. Everything is a time limit. Yep. So you only have so much time to produce children, to do the things that you want to do in life. Y'all on a time limit. A man is not on a time limit. Mm-hmm. So y'all got to do things.
Is that the difference? And should it make a difference?
Yes.
If a lady has a time frame.
Hold on. Let me finish, Brandon. Hold on, Brandon. Hold on, Jazz. Let me finish, and then y'all can answer this. So with one being time, it's not on your side. That's not on the woman's side. Two, what can you give a man now that you haven't already given to a man that you've been with already? So if you get with a man, what can you get this new man that you didn't already gave away? It's two things that's not on your side.
Healing, because I didn't have that with the last one.
It's levels. You learn.
I ain't have
you gave that to him.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
What you mean you didn't? Go explain. I'm listening.
You're not.
Go ahead.
You're not the Tim that I met.
Hold on, give me what you got.
Jazz first.
No, Alicia, you can go.
Well, the thing.
No, come on, Q. You've been quiet. What can you give another man that you already didn't get to the other man? You didn't give him everything.
I can't say that. Every relationship is different.
I ain't talking about that, but you didn't give him everything that you can't get his new man nothing.
Fine as everything.
I'm saying you gave him kids, you gave him loving, you gave him desires, you gave him. You gonna get into another man? You didn't give him anything. So what does he get?
I can't say that.
You can't.
Oh no, where'd she go?
She'll come back on.
Oh, she back.
There she go.
So what can y'all give? Those are the two major enemies. This is just my opinion.
But for me personally, I'm not worried about time. Like everything that
time is the major.
Listen, you enjoy it. You dive into time. I am not a stickler for time anymore because I learned that this is it. This is what you have. I'm not worried about it. Listen, because everything that is for me is for me. So if I don't run into that guy and I ain't got no more eggs, then guess what? God said no.
He said no?
Because I mean, it's already designed away. So when it comes to, I got to be married in 5 years, I got to do that. I don't do that. I literally live in real time. And I do set goals and I have hopes, but I don't just stand in them and be like, oh, this is it and I'm done. And as far as what can I give a man that I haven't given someone, I am not the same Alicia that I was last year. So
that don't mean you didn't give it to him, though. That don't mean that.
But okay, I have baby. Let me get because it's recorded. Woo. So I'm the things that I have given my son's father was my vagina. So
okay, and what else?
The thing
that's the major thing. That's major.
Okay, it is major. However, the world is so in damnation that ain't even quantified as a thing anymore because they giving it for $40.
No, don't do that. Don't you do that. This ain't any given fish.
But no. But what I'm saying is, we're talking outside of this. We're talking outside of my vagina. So other than that, what really men need nowadays is peace, and it's of course it's peace within themselves. You can't get it from anyone else, but a healed person. I went through a lot of things so many years as a child, as an upbringing and relationships and failures and everything else. So the person that they get is going to be the person that they had because I learned something from that last relationship.
But you know why you went through those relationships, right?
Because I was supposed to.
No, I get that, but hold on, hear me out. It's because you gave that person everything.
Who said I gave them everything? We just got to a step. Like, that's just like me meeting the person and we were right here. So I'm okay now. If I meet that next person like here, I didn't give them the same thing because I'm on a different level now.
No. You missing what I'm saying. Hold on. You missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're going to give them the exact same thing. I'm just talking about the two major things. There's time. You gave time up there. And like you said, your vagina. You already did that.
So everything. That's what.
No, I'm saying. Well, you gotta understand. Hold on. You gotta understand. You're talking about men. So we are men. When we come in, we like to want to be the only person. We want to be the only one.
Okay. The
podcast make it so that you guys are superior to us because it makes it feel like because we're tainted now.
No. Nobody used the word tainted. Nobody used that. No.
I'm just saying. I'm entitled to how I feel.
But that's how it's coming across, Tim.
The way it's coming across is like, now you're jaded. Ew. You've been touched. And it's like, what about?
No, I just said that those are the two things that I see as enemies. Just enemies. I didn't say your life was over.
But what about what you have? Like, why is because I've been touched or why am I anything? Like, if we're human beings, I understand what our roles is. But it's like, oh, because you went up and did that, I couldn't have learned my lesson or I couldn't learn from it, but you are okay with doing that and not learning yours or learning your like.
Well, okay, here you go. I got your answer. Then I'm gonna let somebody else speak here. I don't make the rules. I just try to follow them too. Mm-hmm. It's because if there's younger women that hasn't been touched and don't have any kids, that puts them ahead of women that have kids. And, okay, so that's all I'm saying. So that's why I say I'm just saying, me as a man coming to you, I'm saying the two major things I see
without season.
I'm just saying those are two major things that I just want to put out there. Y'all can capitalize on what I'm saying because I think y'all very more respectful women. Time and that other thing I said, which was the other thing. I'm not gonna repeat.
You don't want to say it again.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is those women that we just watched, they don't realize because I think some of them had kids. Did some of them have kids in the video?
No, none of them had children.
So they didn't disclose that they had children.
Okay.
So as far as we know, they didn't at that time. It was made.
Okay. Right. So I'm just saying those are. So I'm just saying those are the two different things that I found watching that particular video. Those women, they got two enemies on their side, and I don't know why they coming over here talking about some. They got all these criteria. Now, it's okay to have standards. It's good to have standards, but don't make them so high that nobody can reach up and grab you. Because only 15% of men is over 6 foot. The average height is only 5'9". Mm-hmm. So quit looking for 6'7", 6'4", because 15%. I think they all play NBA basketball. Last time I checked. But go ahead. What y'all got?
I think it's still cool to have a standard, whether even if you want somebody 6'5", $100,000 a year. But the thing is, it all goes back to compromise. You may want those things, but if you don't get them, are you okay with being alone? Or it goes back to not settling, but compromise. You can't have.
You're going to be alone if you go for that, Brandon. You're going to be alone if you go for the.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But it's okay because you built yourself up to be at a certain level, so you want somebody to be at that level, which is okay if that comes along. But you can't say, "Well, I don't want anything below." But on the flip side, if I'm here and if I'm here, I might not want nothing below because I've worked my way to get up that high. So it's a double-edged sword. I feel it, but on the flip side, it all goes back to compromise.
Okay,
I can be a billionaire, but I'm going to be single for the rest of my life because I want to meet another billionaire woman, or a woman who has this and that. And it's like, what are the odds? How many women billionaire are there out there? So can I say? Do I want to go below? Or, it's a compromise. I want somebody who's a billionaire who meets me here or be higher, but
and she might be a billionaire, one a gazillionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she set her standards up so high, and she looks at you.
Reality steps in and knock you all the way back to the present. From all your hopes and dreams, reality is a killer.
Yeah. Because
facts is facts. And it ain't that people out there, ain't nobody got all that money. Everybody ain't 6'5". Everybody ain't none of that. So when reality kicks in and you turn around, And if you don't make that adjustment, then yeah, you might well get a dog because you're gonna die.
That's some kitty litter. Get some kitty litter. So wait a minute. So just think about it. Only, like you say, like he was just saying, reality. And everybody on here grown, so you have to deal in reality. Because remember, you can't live off opinions. You have to live off facts. And the fact is that the pickings is slim, and you have to. Not like Brandon said, you can have standards. I never said you couldn't have standards. I was just saying that when you build those standards, be careful because them could be the ones that will keep you where you at.
Absolutely. If
you build them things so high. So I'm not telling you to go get a dud guy. I ain't saying get a nerd. I'm not saying you can get. Some women like rough guys. Some women like manly man. Some women like guys that can go shopping with them and pick out the shoes with them.
That's just taste. That doesn't taste. That ain't.
Yes, say that again. Because I don't want no man going me to pick out my shoes, baby.
Hey, them men do exist, so you can't. They exist.
And those the best friends that made their way in when she was vulnerable.
Oh my goodness, that ain't.
Until you catch him with Bruce. So I want to answer your question, man. When you was talking about the two things and what women can get, I'm knocking on 50, so I don't want to date a 20-year-old. I'm not dating a fast food employee. I know I'm not going to find no virgins out here that are 48 years old or 46 or 45. I'm very realistic about that, right? So there's two things that a woman can give me outside of vagina and a multitude of other kids that she's had. What you can give me is an economy of language, which means I don't mind communicating, but don't talk too much. And number two, that's what Delucia said, peace. Give me peace.
Did you say peace? Did you say peace, man?
Eating some chips. Don't come in here and start talking to me about some shit I don't want to talk about. Excuse my language. I don't care. Let me finish this, and then we can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Clem like that. Look at Clem.
Just give me my space, my peace.
Clem like that.
Don't talk my head off, because I'm not going to talk yours off.
So what are you basically saying to the women, JT?
I'll be like, what up, though? How you feeling? Good? All right, then. I'll see you later.
That's the dynamic of the relationship. I've been in relationships when I could just look and I know better. It's a time and a place. When you have, it's like, how people speak in love language is like give God, but your love language is your relationship, how you guys communicate. I know your wife can pick up on it and be like, oh, shit.
No, wrong.
It's them wrong.
Wrong.
Not yet.
Right now.
JT. People do.
Give her try to talk to me about it when she
give her some time. I'm talking about Brain Buster. She knows. She be like, oh shit. Okay, let me go on. She could look at you. She could tell when she come out in the garage and you got that hand in your life away.
I run this.
But what I'm saying is, it's like, when you are with someone that you genuinely care about, you're going to be mindful on how you make them feel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying you just really, man, you're going to be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Even when you got something to say, be like, okay, oh my goodness. It's not even, and you don't even feel
bad. What if they getting on your nerves?
You don't even, and you're going to say that, now you know. Now you know. That nerve, you own it. You hear me when I'm just out with my 7-year-old. I be like, you know that nerve that I got, right? Yes. It's standing on it. And it's just how you find a way to articulate, to make things flow to where I'm a jokester. You know what I'm saying? I'm goofy in a good way. So it's like, hey, you're bugging me. All right, yeah, you hear that? Because that sounds like you. It's the fly. Ugh. You're bugging. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to communicate.
No, what you say
it's not as aggressive. So now he's not mad. I didn't insult him. He's like, she always playing, I'll come back and then come back. And I might be like, hey, what's up? Okay, whatever. So it's just the dynamic of what you have. We cannot keep on basing our lives off of social media. And what those women are doing is basing their lives off of, if I continue to prove to you through the fact that I am going on vacations by myself and I am working my butt off getting whatever shots, Ozempic and this, that, and the third to keep me flat so I can be 70-year-old bad body auntie, whatever I want to be called, then it proves that I'm happy. But that's them being at home alone and miserable.
Man, what you got to say about that?
Here.
You don't be quiet on this subject, Captain Maine.
Oh no, I'm just listening.
No, bro, get in here. Get in here. They trying to decimate us.
Who decimate who? We talking about. Man, you got enough help. Where did he here with them glasses? Can't nobody take my breath.
They don't sell these in Cleveland, baby.
What I gotta say about it is more women will be married if they bring their standards down some.
I don't like the way you say that. If they have realistic. Bring them down.
I think that's the word is realistic.
But when you say bring it down, it's sounding like bring it down, like setting it down lower than
these girls are pulling up in benches and corporate jobs, and they want men on their same level. These white collar men that they want to come swoop them off their feet. So 9 times out of 10, that's not gonna happen. So, and the women from the video I'm meaning, they got to bring their standards down to get somewhat of what they want. In a relationship and a husband. So not saying y'all standards that high, but if you want something before you get old and your eggs dry up, you got to compromise.
Say everybody wants to have babies.
Your eggs can go and fall out.
I ain't mean to laugh at that. Y'all ain't see me laugh. This guy.
I think JT and Alicia had good points as far as like compared to the video. It's just realistic expectations versus the unrealistic ones. You know, the 400K versus communication. Right. You know, or the 6 feet versus knowledge. So it's all. I just think it's about what your standards are versus compared to the video. Like to that video, them standards are just a different set of standards that might not be achieved, but realistic standards. I think JT and Alicia hit it on the head though.
So you say basically the standards from those women based on their occupation, they're never gonna be met. Huh? So them women just can't take a garbage man.
But hold on.
That garbage man can probably cook and clean, run her bath water. Because he's a garbage man, they're gonna be like, nope.
Yeah, there you go, Brandon.
Now he can be in a suit and tie, he can meet her at a bar, but once she finds out that he's a garbage man with those particular standards, it's gonna be like, even though he captivated her mind, he might have got her emotionally.
You know how much a garbage man makes, Brandon? I want to stop.
Oh, they make a lot. I'm just saying.
They make good money. So
but from the video,
but
just from the video, just from the video.
But from the video, a lot. But those are educated women. So from the video, they know what a garbage man's salary is.
True. I'm just using the word garbage man, not necessarily like
how many hours you work. You making between if you work regular hours, about 40.
Right.
I mean, a week, you making about $65,000 to $80,000 a year for garbage men these days.
But is that enough money for a woman though?
Is that enough money? I don't want to mean like their particular income, but just their.
Oh, y'all saying that not knowing they 50,000.
Like realistic.
What?
I just had a quick question. If y'all can get right back in on the garbage men and Subway workers, fast food, retail, I don't give a crap. My question is this. As brothers, we're sitting here asking these women these tough questions.
Ooh, come on, JT.
We're watching these professional women and we're kind of giving them the business. At what point will we ever lower ours? I'm not lowering my standards for nothing. I'm not dating no heavy.
Thank you, JT.
You got to be in my weight class. You have to make a certain amount of money. I don't care if you don't drive. Like that's fine as long as you got your Uber fare together. Because I'm not driving you all. I'm not Hope. This ain't Miss Daisy. I'm not driving you all around town, son.
But those are realistic. Achievements, though.
I'm just saying. I'm not lowering no staff. If you work at Wendy's part time because you got to do what you got to do, that's great. But if you come on spending like a single with cheese, like I'm not interested, son. I'm not just.
So that's not a good enough person for you. You saying?
See,
I'm not saying it's not good enough, but that was cool when I was 19, 20 when I needed the hookup coming from the bar.
They could be the manager, JT.
But
that's great for them.
No. But that's not. He's not lowering his
standards. I don't want that.
Okay, let's do this then. Since y'all want to go there, Do you really want to go there, Jazz?
Yes, I really want to know because I've been wanting to ask this question the entire time while Captain Maine was talking. Like I'm trying to understand. You need to lower your standards, but y'all not. If I was Big Back Shirley Jasmine,
that's what I was asking. That's what I said, Tim. Why?
Yeah.
And y'all don't have to come down on yours.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna help y'all out.
But we're talking about two different standards, though. Y'all are talking about standards of like weight class.
Y'all talking about beauty standards.
Stuff like that. But we're talking about like stuff that's unachievable that somebody else had that it's a lower percentage of people that have. But yes, I get what you're saying. I don't want to date somebody who maybe works fast food. That's just my preference, and that's not saying that I'm lowering my standard. But me being, I don't know, making $80,000 a year, I might not want to be with somebody who I know is like JT said, smelling like a single. You know what I'm saying? So
I gotta be with Lil
and you don't. But what I'm saying is that's different than saying, but you got to have a 100K job versus saying you got to have a 60K job. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like,
what I'm saying is none of these women, if we go back to the video, they never gave a total amount of what they wanted the man to make. They said they gave a list that they had. They didn't show the list, so we can't assume what's on the list. So let me just start here. Because I'm trying to give my time. It's been getting cut short because of Tim.
Okay, go ahead. Give us what you got.
This is my thing. I'm going to tell you, I go to the gym. I work out at 5 a.m. every single day except Mondays and Tuesdays, 5 a.m. for an hour and a half. I can guarantee if my thick ass ain't go to the gym and I got thicker and thicker and got a big back with this cute face and my little bit of money and my good corporate job that I got, I'm pretty sure y'all ain't gonna want me. But y'all have a standard. Y'all have a requirement of what you want her to look like, how you want her to talk, how you want to make sure she takes care of herself, her cleanliness, her hygiene, being able to communicate properly and not yelling across the room trying to fight somebody in a restaurant over crab legs and Moscato and margaritas. So baby, listen, there is a standard that you have as well. So I think that, but this is one thing I try to live by. Don't subject me to something you're not willing to buy. Okay. You get what I'm trying to say? If you're not willing to buy in what you're trying to give me, don't make me buy it, baby. I ain't got the time. I ain't got nothing. My car don't ring.
Okay, that sounds all good. It's like a Martin Luther King speech.
Oh, you just
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Women Haters Club. What is this, Jazz?
You know what I do?
What is this?
Check this out. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all too. Y'all women here, since y'all start like y'all want to beat some men up today. Check this out. What percentage of the bills do y'all want to pay if you work with them?
You want to ask that like every day that I see you.
No. Not everybody at once rush to tell me the percentage.
It ain't necessarily a percentage, but I would take her all the utilities, all the household needs.
No, give me a number. I didn't ask all that. What's the percentage? I said from 0 to 100%.
If we're going on a vacation overseas, that may be different because it may be $1,000 versus $2,000.
Jazz, I just asked you a simple question.
See, went to a corner and it's not safe because if you give an answer, this is how you back somebody in because she's telling you what she's willing to.
Women always don't want to answer what you ask. Ask you a simple question.
I will pay 45%.
You will pay 45%. What you got, Alyssa?
What'd you say my name right? Alicia.
Alyssa.
Exactly. You exactly.
I'm gonna call you A then. I ain't calling you nothing but A. Hey, what you got?
That's not gonna fly.
What percentage?
But I told you before, like naturally, I'm fine with doing 50-50. But then I said, in reality of a woman growing up, ideology, no woman wants to pay anything.
So, you hear that? You hear that, Jazz?
I can't say that. I don't want no man to have that control.
But no, listen.
Wait a minute. Oh,
wait.
Take control.
Wait. So last time he asked that, and I said, in reality, a woman doesn't want to pay anything. How we watched our grandparents and all that, and everything. So we grew up with that structure in our mind. But the reality of it is the way that things have changed. Like no woman we feel like. When men pay for stuff, it's not the same no more. It's like a control thing. So last time I said, okay, I pay 25, but I'm not gonna be struggling at 100% and then tell a man I ain't gonna go 50.
Y'all been messing with lames, dog. Stop messing with them lames.
At the end of the day, you have to deal with the condition that you're in. So if he is a blue collar young man and I love him, then maybe he's not able to pay all the bills. That's a reality check. Guess what?
I'm just asking how much.
Get right back on that seesaw, and I'm gonna be hitting these calves, baby, because I'm gonna have to push, and you gotta push me. And we gonna do what it do. So that's why I said I can't give you a number because it's based on.
No, you can give me a number. You don't want to give me one.
She said 25.
I said 50.
She did nothing.
25. He wasn't happy. He only happy when I say 0. That's all he happy to hear.
That's what I'm looking for. Because that's the truth. All I'm asking for, like JT said, is the truth.
So 0. No, that's how we work. That was what was embedded in our mind. But a woman like myself, like Tim, you know I'm supposed to be making these dresses right now. You are in my dressmaking time right now. This is prime season. Yes, ma'am. I really should be. I got fabric. I got mannequins. Look, got girls over here in the corner. Like, in the living room. Like, I'm supposed to be working. So listen. But the time
you're a celebrity. You got to get
50 hours a week. I have not. I still have a child. I'm a single mom. At the end of the day, I'm not going to feel comfortable not doing. It's not this is my big day. This is the big one. Elizabeth is coming to join. The house needs to still hold up. It still needs those pillars, everything that keeps the house up. I'm not about to throw that all on him because the man already got enough weight on him coming from the world. Why would I throw that on him? It don't make no sense.
If he get with you, he going to get all that.
He's not going to get all of that. He's going to get the same hustler, the same grinder, the same person. We're just going to capitalize on it in a different way because 2 heads are better than one.
Who going to buy little Timmy tennis shoes?
Me, because I like to dress. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to pick them up.
Miss Alicia, you did something that a lot of black women do. When you invoke grandpa and great grandpa. And yes, our ancestors worked their fingers to the bone, so Big Mama didn't have to get up out that chair and go to work. She tended to her flowers, but she cooked breakfast, lunch, dinner. She packed Grandpa lunch. He came home, there was toilet paper on the rack.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So
and women aren't the same either.
Man did in that role and that responsibility, but do we seldom invoke what Grandma and Great Grandma and Big Ma did to support that man while he was out there in the world?
Absolutely.
Drunk, whooping ass, us and everybody out. We want to tell the truth because those are different days back then.
No, for real. You talking.
I mean, so, yeah, if a man come home drunk, been working all day, handed you a check and then kicked your ass, it'd still be a problem.
But listen, why it changed. This is why I'm saying, because Tim is saying that, like, it's like different gears. Each gear, like riding a bike, you shift. When you level, you turn that, you on 10, it's a 10-speed bike. So we in decades now. So each time we changing gears. The mothers told us, I was growing up and I saw my daddy beat my mama. So you don't have to. So we're embedding different things as we grow in each generation. So now I'm going to a woman and I'm seeing on my own. So I'm learning that
women are embedding everything but how to be a wife.
Not at all. Not at all. But not at all.
It's because you're not being taught to be a wife. You're taught to be a woman that's in charge,
the leader,
to whatever that is.
But the thing, but see, that's the word. Goes back to the gears, but you have to seek the right path, though. That's on them, each individual. So when you find the right person, she's already on the right path. She got to make sure she in her word. She got to make sure she's going in the right direction to be that, though. You get what I'm saying?
But if she coming with a lot of masculinity, the man ain't gonna want her.
You're not taught to be a wife because most black women don't even know what a wife is.
But guess what? But listen. So at the same time, how much responsibility is it also on the man as a father to teach and talk to and build and tell and teach the daughters? Or
it's a woman's job.
What I'm saying is the men, but still leading
all the way back to the beginning.
But also the wife, like leading the wife. Like if you're the leader, if you see that the women, all right, all the women, if you see them, it's a bridge, and they keep jumping off. When is the man gonna stop and say, "Hey, queen, like where do we get direction?" Like,
well, you get the
where do men get?
If women keep failing women, where do we stop it?
When are men taught to be men? When are men taught to be men?
Through their fathers, through life.
Through life, right? Women are not taught to be wives.
Is that our fault?
Yes.
How is it caused through who? Okay,
because the mothers are supposed to teach the women.
So is it
so hold on, I got a question.
It's the women. Look, your mother's supposed to teach you how to
It's
be
my fault that my mom didn't teach
just
you.
like your father's supposed to teach you how to be a man.
But Smoke, what she's saying is
you can't separate the roles.
No. We
supposed to be
understand
like
what you're
this.
saying.
That's why our community is trash now.
All right, hold on. Let's hear her, Clem. Let's hear what she want to say. Go ahead, Jay.
We understand what you're saying, and it's very clear. It's evident, right? But what Alicia is trying to say is, it's Alicia's fault that her mother did not know that she needed to teach her to be a wife.
No, it's not Alicia's fault. It's her mother's fault.
Okay, that's what she's saying. So Alicia,
it's generation and generation.
Right. So it's just a generational hand down.
And we failed our children. Her mother failed her. Her mother failed her. Her mother failed her. It's generational.
Yeah. See, Titus 2:1 tells us that it's the woman's job to raise the young ladies to be, women, not slumber, not drunkards and things of that nature. So that's where your teacher is supposed to come from. So it's okay to say that my mother failed me or my dad failed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you become of age, it's your job to go to, like I said, I don't know what everybody follow. Me, I'm an Israelite. It's your job to go to the Bible and learn how to become a father or a mother. And if you don't know, ask somebody that you do know.
Absolutely.
That's, that you think that you can confide in, and they can give you in the right direction. But it's good to get up under some women or some men that'll give you some direction on.
And that's what I said. So as far as getting under women and men, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you got to go up and grab that young lady and say, hey, your skirt too short. You need to do this, that, and
No, you need to do that. You need to do that.
Trust me. Hey, friend.
These young girls is order.
Hey, friend. Baby, I get on their nerves. I be like, come here, friend. And baby, I will fix hair. I will pull shirts. I will fix you up. But what I'm saying is, we've had conversations that I even told you, like, my parents, they definitely failed me, and I'm okay with that. But it took me to choose. I wouldn't even be on this podcast. I wouldn't be on this podcast. You would not have me in this room with you, Tim. You have watched me. You have seen me coming in.
Yes, I would. I'll be the drugged you up and had you on here.
I'm just playing. That's funny. But no. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even have me in this room with your peers to have this conversation if you didn't see something in me. Like, the absolute worst examples. Like,
I think all y'all got it.
Took me to say, no, I gotta be a better me. Where do I seek? Who do I talk to? Which is why I come in, I be open ears, like, what you gotta talk to? Hey, what you got? What you gotta say? What you gotta say? I tell you different stories about me to get your feedback because I respect your opinion and your knowledge. It takes a person that does enough shadow work in themselves to know that I can be better and this isn't the path that I want to continue. Yeah. I want to be a better woman, not only for a husband, but now I have a son.
Yeah. So when he come in, so great question. So
father enough to get outside of my feelings to make sure that I allow him the proper platform to be a man in his life.
So that's great that you said that, because here's the thing with you and Jazz, y'all the only two women on here. I don't know what happened to Q. Y'all have children. Y'all have Jazz. You have sons, right?
Yeah, I have 2 boys.
2 boys, and you have 1 boy. So the next man that come in your life, he has to be a man that's gonna take that position, not only just to be with her, but to also take them in as though they're his actual sons. Now, it take a lot of work. I'm gonna tell you, to do something like that, it don't take a regular guy. I'm here to tell y'all. So it ain't about looking for the right guy. You don't look for the man; he'll find you. But the thing about it is, he really need to know what he's coming into when you step. Because when he come to you, you got to say, okay, let's use you for example, Jazz, just real quick. It's you, your 2 boys, and it's the baby's father. So that's 4 people he coming in, he got to deal with. It ain't just you. Because he going to have to deal with that man. Trust me. He going to have to deal with that man. And you, he got to come. That's 3 people. You, your son, and his dad. So that's 3 people. And he got to know that's what he's coming into. So it's a lot of work. And it takes a real man, and I know people use that word loosely, real man. No, real man is a godly man, and a man who who's honoring and God-fearing, who can come in and, because he's going to need spiritual, physical, mental, as well as a couple of locals to deal with these women with they kids. But in all seriousness, though, yeah, that's what it's going to take for something like that. And we got 4 minutes. So is there anything anybody want to say before we go? We actually been on for longer than an hour because remember it shut down, came back on, and it actually lost that recording. So it started back over and recorded. So I wanted my hour anyway from y'all. But
I was going to say that with that being said, as far as like what a person has to deal with when they come into a situation, like I'm like, I use humor, for reality, because when you laugh, it's kind of more relative. People can relate. And I'll tell people like, oh, baby, I'm depreciated. I done drove off the lot. And that means like, I say that because I have a child. So I know that now the dating pool was already with poop and pee in it. And now it's worse because now I have a child in tow, and, to say it lesser, than. So now I have a child. So naturally, I know that man that's coming, he's going to know that he's dealing with my schedule, my life with my child, and whatever his perspective or his assumptions is with the relationship with my child and his father. Mm-hmm. And if he wants to be an actual part of the family or a part of play that role, how is he going to fit? So I'm lesser of the aggressor because I know that I have things about me that someone has to accept. So it's not that I bite my tongue, but I understand that sometimes men aren't willing to take that gamble with me because I have things that's
right. That's right. And that's why I was talking. That goes back to what I was talking about as far as the two enemies that I see of women, and you kind of hit on it. Those are the two enemies. I want you all to take that personal, but you actually just said what I was saying in the sense. Those are the two enemies. What you got to say, Jazz, before we get out of here? And then I go to the
He gonna jump you on Saturday? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Jazz.
She just put it out there. That's
the time you get there. What time you get there?
And I'll be there at 8. You better have my donuts too. But no, I do want to say thank you for having me on. But also, I think that in the perspective, when I look at my life, right, as a whole, I agree with what you're saying when it comes with time and vagina.
Yeah.
You want to say
two major things.
Right. But what Alicia is saying as being a single mother, I am now a single and I am a mother. Right. So of two boys, so I am very wary of who I have around my children. Yeah, so it is hard dating because I don't date. One thing that is hard on me is I don't allow a man to meet my children, to hear me talk to my children or anything. If
I thought that's a first date thing.
No, if I haven't been around them for more than 6 months to a year, if we have not made exclusivity, been exclusive for more than 6 months to a year, so that's where I seem to come into bump heads, right, with the man, because they want to come to right. So I get what you're saying that it could be, they don't want to deal with that, but I have not found that. I have a man willing and ready to jump in without setting that boundary, having that relationship and conversation. But I do agree with what you said, a lot of what everyone said, especially what JC said, and Brandon, everyone on the actual podcast. But thank you for having me, though.
All right. What you got, Brandon? What you got? You got anything you want to say before we go?
Definitely, appreciate bringing me on. I just think it all goes back to just being an adult, having communication, talking about things up front, sometimes maybe not quite up front. My father, when he got remarried, he actually dated my stepmom for a year before he said, I want you to meet her. And she lived actually 3 blocks from my current house. And my father would pick me up on the weekends and he would say, I'm dating this young woman. She lives over here, but, she had a son as well. But my father was like, until I know I'm serious, I'm not, but he did make sure I said, this is what I'm bringing. And he said it up front, I do have a kid, you know what I'm saying? And it all goes back to, I think what Alicia said when, or Jazz, this is what I have and this is what I'm bringing, and you want to say it up front so that way you have that communication. But yeah, it just all just comes back to just being an adult. We all make mistakes. We all say things and don't say things. But at the end of the day, if you really want things to work, it's just about give and take. Communication and give and take. Some things you're not going to give on. Don't get me wrong, but somewhere out of 100%, you gotta give something. Because you're gonna take something for sure. You're
definitely gonna take something. When the man comes in that relationship, his wallet getting took up out that baby.
That's my little.
What you got, Captain Maine? Give me something.
I appreciate coming on the podcast, and I like what they said because they more level-headed than the women that was on that video.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all more likely to find a husband in more neighborhood. So with that being said, keep looking.
No, women don't look. Do your job not to look.
I ain't looking.
No.
They both
don't just stop looking, because at the end of the day, if you see somebody and they ain't looking at you, sometimes it don't hurt to make eye contact, drop a hand.
It's being about receptive. It's being aware. It's a difference between looking and being aware. It's a difference between looking and being receptive. I'm not looking, I'm being receptive. I'm not looking, I'm being aware of what's around me, who's around me, so that I can be receptive to who it is that's looking at me.
Okay, let him finish, Alicia. Go ahead.
Alicia.
You finished, man? You done?
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was going with it.
Okay. All right, what you got, Smoke? Before we get out of here.
Oh, nice, man. It's good to be on here. I mean, the back and forth and the banter is real good. And
we grow. That's how you grow. You grow that way. Yeah. Y'all better than last week. Well, y'all. I gotta have this group back. This group right here gotta come back next week, because this.
We gotta bring Mr. Burns back.
Yeah, y'all over here, that's what I told you. I told you.
You said he was almanac, though. He came with the facts and proof.
I told you you're walking that almanac.
It wasn't all opinion based, but facts for sure. Like that was definitely.
I respect all y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is different than the typical negativity. Like, I love that I actually can relate to everything that everybody says. Like, it's like, Smoke, you want to smoke so bad, but we be like, I feel you. I feel you too. I don't want no smoke. We all relate to different pieces and parts, and that's how we grow and that's how we evolve. And I would like to keep being a part of this, because this is how I evolve. This is how I'm not becoming the same cycle that I come from. And we need more of these to be positive. So I appreciate you for having this and creating something that we can actually get the mind.
Look, to be honest with you, this is because of y'all. Y'all came in the shop and made me do this. Y'all kept saying, you got to do a podcast. You got to get on. I said, I don't want to do this. Y'all say, you go do it because you the person. You
always bullying us for answers. Might as well put it.
Everybody made me do this. I said,
scenario question. Let me ask you a question.
It's you and JT's fault why I'm wearing that right now.
Well, that's a good thing. Thank y'all. Sure.
You're welcome. Go, JT. What you got?
Just real quick, I really enjoyed the dialogue. Tim approached me with this a couple weeks ago, and I said absolutely not, because we talk on a different level in the barbershop, and I'm real militant and pro-black. And I was like, you're not about to give me an FBI because, I talk about poverty and civil rights. And, like, I get the preaching. You trying to get me assassinated.
I'm not JT.
No, I'm not getting shot because of what I said at the barbershop.
He makes Smoke look like a midget.
Now you got me on the internet running my mouth.
Get tight, too, yo.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all of you all. I think you all were incredibly insightful. Smoke, I enjoyed you because you were kind of like that guy that was the opposition force in the room. And I always love people who take that. But I'm afraid of black women because I had a very strong mother. And I'm not going to play with that. And I'm not going to bash because I don't want nobody waiting outside the park. Right? So that's great comments.
Because you got personalized plays.
I got rid of those. Like, so when I renewed, I just got the regular joints, baby.
Oh my goodness! Don't tell here, JG. Don't tell your plate.
You learning? You learning
on the podcast? They're gonna be looking for you up at the shop.
Like they're gonna be going like this to your archive. Look, they're gonna be on the back of the wall, like.
Oh my goodness!
That's why I leave no IG names and no social media identifiers. Don't contact me.
Right.
But anyway, ladies, I wish you luck. I know it's a struggle. Before I got married, my wife has kids, and so I'm a stepdad again. Really,
no, it's not such thing as stepdad, JT. You're dad.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying by law, by definition, I've assumed that title. But I know I'm a dad because I do dad things. So,
that's right.
You know,
there you go. There you go.
From it, but
I ain't gonna let you drop your standards, JT.
Oh my gosh.
You're a dad. You're a hell of a dad. You're doing great.
I am, because I raised my boys on my own. My father raised me on his own. I'm the second generation of males in my family to raise our sons by ourselves. It wasn't mine. That was mine. So you know, I know what it's like to be a single parent, and when they get a little bit older, trying to date, and it's difficult. So I can only imagine what that is for a mom. Keep your kids close to them at all times, and then trying to let somebody into your life and establish what you want, your own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what you deserve, because you're beautiful black women, you deserve whatever your heart desires. Ultimately, it's going to come down to what that man wants.
JT, don't blow their head up too much. They already light skinned.
Baby, listen, you just like helium in my house, baby. Ain't nobody take my pride. Ain't nobody hold me. Don't make
it's been real. I love you.
Yeah, okay. We go hold up.
It's been real, bro.
Yeah. So we gonna play the music and we gonna get on up out of here. Y'all just bear with me.
Frat party this weekend up at the Marriott on Harvard.
Now he want to give a shout out.
Yeah, come kick with the new. You too, Smoke.
Man, Smoker Beating came up in there and turned that place out.
Yeah, come on up here, Smoke. Come turn it out. Come on, Smoke.
Where is that?
Up at the Marriott on Harvard. We got like 5-6 parties, and then at the frat house off of Euclid.
Q said she can hear all of us and had a good time. Keep it going.
Yeah, because it's showing that she
Thanks,
like she came halfway. But
thanks for staying on with us.
Yeah, it ain't working. My music ain't working, but it don't matter no way, y'all. It was good having y'all. We gonna come with another subject. I can tell people, don't take it personal. It's just a podcast, and we gonna talk about all kind of stuff next week. But y'all was my best group. I'm giving y'all the best group, so we got to come back next week. So put me on y'all schedule.
Out my window, man.
What?
I keep seeing this car.
And what car?
Can you see somebody over here?
So we gonna do this again next week. And with that being said,
part of next week.
Yeah, y'all gotta put me on the schedule next week.
Practice day. I be getting in late. I be trying to get dinner on. I was eating I made some cabbage and hot water.
Hey. Sound like a personal problem. Sound like a personal.
You'll be personable, and I will personally be dead. Because you see me trying to eat my cornbread on the slide, and
you're right.
Grape juice.
And with that being said, y'all say peace and shalom.
Shalom.
All right.